Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Career Union. Just a little pick-me-up video. I want to give you some inspiration, not to give up on your specific person. I have a little quick update on one of my clients who's manifesting her mirror soul. Basically, in a nutshell, when she met him online, they hadn't physically met yet. There was something very special that she felt. They ended up connecting, they communicated during that time. So that was like somewhere in 2024. He basically made it clear that he didn't want basically commitment. He was looking for something non-committal. But she did feel something deep down, and their communication, there was just something special about their communication. So she hadn't met him yet, and they hadn't been together yet. A lot of times, you guys will comment under a video, what if we haven't actually been together? I always try to say that when when you know it deep down in your heart and soul, it's because you're picking up on a reality that already exists. I also make it really clear with my videos that I do talk about deep soul connections. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this particular thing. I have a few minutes to share some of the updates that she just gave me after we started working together. So when she first reached out to me, she explained this, that what I was just sharing with you. But she didn't want to give up on him because she did really feel that this is the one. And she could sense and feel that he felt it too. And she trusted basically in her intuition. She trusted in her soul, what her heart was telling her, regardless of what he was saying. They did end up having a date. They went out together. So this was back in 2024. After the date, he completely pulled away and he basically said, this isn't what I want. I think you want more than what I can give you, more than what I actually want to have. And then silence. They were connected on Instagram. They used to watch each other's stories. She ended up unfollowing him. And then, really soon after that, he returned the favor and he started unfollowing her too. So, even in that, she did get evidence that she obviously can see the mirroring, that when she pushes away, he'll push right back. She found my channel. She started following all of my videos and applying a lot of the energetic things that I share with a lot of you before we started coaching. Once we started coaching, there were songs that she would share basically, and then he would share songs from the same artist. So it's like they were sending each other all of these little cute little love messages. They ended up connecting and communicating. I think she reached out to him, and by the way, when she did it, obviously she was in alignment, because if she wasn't in alignment, she probably wouldn't have heard back from him so quickly, or maybe she would have received communication that she didn't want. But she was in her heart and soul, she was in alignment, she was ready. She didn't question herself. It was just natural. So she reached out to him and he was kind of shocked. And he basically said something along the lines of, I thought that you hated me. And she basically reassured him that that wasn't the case. They continued to communicate, connecting again. The communication was light, but also had some depth to it. Then he got very sick. He just got really, really sick. So she was being very loving and caring with him. And she did some sort of a service where she was able to send him, like, pay for a little bit of a care package for him, but she can send him the link and he's able to pick what he wants. He ended up picking hot cocoa. She saw that because she gets the notification of what he actually picked. And she said it was so endearing because she was able to see like this little boy in him, that he just wants a little hot cocoa. And it was very loving and endearing for her. Then he reached out to her and he said something like, yeah, I picked the hot cocoa, hoping that it is as sweet as you. I thought that was so sweet. They kept communicating. He eventually told her everything is water under the bridge. They started to connect more and more. And then the communication started to not only increase and get really consistent, but then it started to obviously get very flirtatious. Now, he's a CEO. She is multi-talented and she has a lot of things that she wants to create in her career too. So she's not threatened by the fact that she knows that being a CEO, there's going to be times where he's going to be really busy. And she wants him to be successful. She wants him to reach all of his goals. And she's there behind him, supporting him all along the way, knowing that she can be busy, he can be busy. They're both doing an incredible job supporting each other. And then when it comes down to it, that they're still each other's priority. Obviously, though, respecting that there may be days where communication may be less than other days, and respecting the space that they both need to be able to work on the things that their goals of what they want to create. They ended up having plans to go out on a date, but because he still wasn't feeling healthy, he had to decline. She didn't get triggered by it, even though it was almost last minute, even the day of that they were going to see each other. She reached out to him. So are we still on? And he said, I'm really sorry. I should have told you sooner. I'm still not feeling up to it. But because she wasn't in that hyper vigilant, fearful energy anymore, it was okay. And she still went to the function that they were going to go to together. And she chose to use it as a networking event because, again, there's something that she's manifesting in her career that involves networking and meeting other people. And during that time, because she wasn't phased by it, because she was in trust that he really is sick. And she has compassion for that. But then she's already going to do this. So she's going to go out, and she ended up meeting a lot of connections, and it was good for her career. So she didn't get in her feelings, feeling like she was being rejected or abandoned, because she wasn't. And the communication just consistently flowed between them. Eventually, he ended up telling her something like, we really need to just be clear of, let me see, I have it in my notes actually. Hold on one second. He said, you and I can literally go through anything together. And then he said, we just have to be really clear about our needs with each other and what our intentions are. And so the only last thing that I want to share with this video, and this is just proof for you that, see, she didn't give up. She didn't. And also, this is for those of you who are like, what if we weren't in a relationship before? When this started with her, they met online. Okay. So there's always a point where if somebody is manifesting somebody they were with or not, there's always a point where they didn't actually know each other. Okay, so this is for all of you who ask for those kinds of videos. The last thing that I wanted to share with this that I think is worth sharing also, he ended up getting diagnosed basically with ADHD. My first response to this was see him as powerful, cool, calm, and collected, peaceful, able to organize himself and basically stay in alignment with all of his goals and stay in alignment with you in a healthy way. One of my clients had a story that her specific person had it was either bipolar or borderline personality disorder. So she had this story, and the more we did the inner work together, not only did her and her mirror soul get closer and closer and closer, so she was seeing evidence that when she transformed within and just, did all of the inner work that I shared with her and changed her mindset, changed her concept of herself and the concept of how she sees her person, now they're living together, they're getting closer and closer. And because they're a couple, my client goes to the doctor appointments with her mirror soul because they're very close. And of course, my client is able to discuss the health matters. She said to the doctor, so is she or is she not? Does she or does she not have whatever this condition was? And he said, absolutely not. No, there are little traits of it, but no. So anyway, stop putting labels on people, stop projecting labels on people, and just embody who you truly are and see your person for who they truly are, and take away let go of all the circumstances of everything that was said and done, of all the things that happened in the past. Let it go and make a new decision. Trust in your heart and soul, trust in the decision. Don't mess yourself up by continually waiting for it, searching for it, ruminating on the past. And everything will transform, but you're not giving it a chance to because you're not allowing yourself to transform, to allow yourself to have faith and trust and certainty that your end exists. Again, you wouldn't even be able to desire it unless it did. I love you so much. Claim this message below. Tell me in the comments. I trust everything what's in my heart and soul. Me and my mirror soul love each other deeply, and our life together is harmonious, stable, and secure. Obviously, if you need me, just reach out. I love you. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.